Class, listen up. All right, do I have your attention? Amazing. Your sensei, your teacher, that is me, is speaking with a very belated video, but here we are. Okay, so number one, we are gonna talk about HRT and sexuality changes / repression. That's not the word. Sexuality suppression, like in perfect spell suppression, but this type of whomst you like. Yeah, so if you have been in any kind of trans social media, mostly Reddit, honestly, let's be honest, mostly Reddit, right? You will have seen some people indubitably talk about that HRT changed their sexuality, meaning who they are attracted to. That is a lie, okay? Or rather, it's not a malicious lie, but it's just an untrue fact. HRT has no proven benefits, changes that affects that, okay? So what is actually happening here is that you were attracted to a certain group of people, right? But because of either internalized transphobia, homophobia, whatever phobia, right? You did not allow yourself to live these feelings. That is what people say. Now, let's talk about myself first, and then I'm going to ask you a question. So, for me, as early as maybe when I was like 16, which my God is like 15, almost 16 years ago now, right? I started to have these thoughts that I knew always that I was attracted to female presenting people, right? But then at some point, I saw some people, some actors, and some characters in video games, and I would always tell myself, if I was gay, which in quotations I wasn't, I would like to be with that person, that male presenting person, right? Back then, it must have been like internalized homophobia, because I was like always be like, yeah, if I was gay, but I'm not, so I can't. It's always just a joke. It's like, nah, it's not true. It's not real. It doesn't really know. Which now I know it was never gay to be in the first place. It was gay to like women, and it was fucking straight to like men, okay? So that is what I think happens to many people. Now, why? First off, let's take your fear away. If you are like disgusted by male presenting people and you're like, oh my God, I don't want that HRT makes me like want to like them and be with them, okay? It's not gonna happen. It is literally not gonna happen, okay? What's happened here is that as you take HRT, not only most people, okay, not all, most people don't only take HRT, they change a lot of things in their lives, okay? They change like their clothing, many even their whole identity, their whole lives. Maybe they move somewhere else. They change the whole like world view in a way. If you get what I mean, okay, if you've been through this, you know that, right? And you make many changes to better yourself, to improve your situation, to feel better, right? And then, because you are in that situation, you allow yourself, this is the important part, okay? You, as a person, as a silly little being, you allow yourself to feel the feelings that have always been inside you, right? Deep down, if you remember back, there must have been situations where you were like, yeah, I kind of like how like beards look or whatever, how male presenting people look, right? And that is what, it's silly talking about this, right? But that is what it was for me. Like, I now realize that there wasn't really only a few characters where I would say, if I was gay, I would like them. No, there were a lot. There were only a few that like slipped through my mind's protective buff, right? To reach the true perception of my brain. I'm sounding like I'm on LSD or whatever. I'm not! I'm just a silly little gremlin on Monster Energy, and let's have a drink. Yeah. So, now what? You've just now realized, oh shit, there's more people that I would like to be with. Well, now you can still choose. It's like nobody's forcing you. Maybe. Wait, are you not paying attention anymore?
Ding dong.
Coming out.
Okay, so maybe you even completely did a 180 and you're like, I don't even can imagine myself being with a female presenting person anymore. I need like a, I don't know, bear person to hold me and protect me, and I want to be carried, you know. Maybe you realize that you are actually bisexual and you like more than one gender. Maybe nothing changed and you're like a lesbian now, right? Everything is possible, and just because one person experiences one thing does not mean in any way, shape or form. It feels wrong to say in any way without shape or form after it. Don't you feel like that? It does not mean that in any way, shape or form, you have to feel the same way, experience the same things. Take it from me. Take it from me, okay? I had always my waifus in anime and in games, okay? And there were very few male characters I felt attracted to. But now that like my mind debuff is gone, I am simping for the husbandos so badly. Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3, he is my man. Do not take him away from me, okay? He's mine. He's mine. I also now realize why I always liked shoujo anime and anime where a damsel in distress, so to say, or a female protagonist goes into like an isekai otome game, and there, you know what I mean. You know which anime I mean. So now let me ask you: are you still paying attention? Pay attention. This is still in class. Class is still in session. Okay. Good. Good little V. You did a good job. Yeah. Okay. So, did this happen to you? Did you realize at some point that your sexuality is not actually what you thought it would be? Tell me. I need to know. I mean, you don't have to expose yourself in the comments, right? Just think about it for yourself in your little brain hole for a moment, right? Think about it. Also, the main point of the video is over, right? But I want to talk about something else now. I have heard or read, probably on Reddit at some point, that many people are probably, there's no scientific proving of this, I'm just rambling, okay, what I saw and what I think about it. Someone said they believe that many people are actually bisexual, but because of like societal standards, they only allow themselves to express like one way, like the majority of people, if they are male, say they are attracted to females, and if they are female, they say they are attracted to men, okay? But what if that is actually true, right? If, let's just assume for a moment that revelation would be true, right? That, let's say, the majority of people are not actually straight, but bisexual. They could be if they allowed themselves and if there were no societal standards whatsoever to show you what is accepted and what is not. How would the world look? I'm still very curious, right? If many people still choose to be quote-unquote straight because they want to like reproduce or whatever. I mean, there's always other ways, right? You could adopt and stuff like that, but many people want their quote-unquote own children, their own blood, quote-unquote, okay? So I'm very curious if such a world would exist, how it would look like. But alas, it is not the world we live in. And with that, I leave you with this mind-pondering question, and you may now go, for class is over.